Well, let's bring this meeting to order. Thank you, all of our committee for being here, and those that are virtual, appreciate y'all being here. First thing we need to do is to, I guess, call this meeting to order, and that's what we're doing. So let's adopt the agenda from last meeting. So can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to adopt the agenda.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All those opposed? All those in favor? Okay, motion passed. Approval of the minutes from August the 4th, 2020. Can I have a motion on that as well?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Okay.
Second.
All right, Marty seconds it. Can I show of hands? Thank you. All right. What we are coming here today before is a public hearing, and I'm going to turn it over to Brandon to let him explain what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the members, and I believe we do have our city attorney as well as the attorney that kind of helped tonight. This was an issue that was brought to the city in so much as, if you could share the screen there.
Okay, you ready?
We were notified by a closing attorney who was helping some property owners in the acquisition of a parcel along Cove Road in the county, whereupon you can see on the plat, there's a documented old road bed. Due to the fact that that is a documented public rights of way on private property, in order to get it off of the plat, it has to go through an approved process. DDA has a vested interest as some adjoining property, and some of the thoroughfare, I believe, does encroach on what's in DDA's name. The city council will also have to consider this exact same initiative. This is a required public hearing, whereupon we've had to advertise so that if anyone were to come forward to make public comment relative to why this should continue to be a need for public rights of way. I do have one more slide that is shows y'all kind of in context where this is at along Cove Road. Kind of at the middle of your screen, there's a kind of a road going horizontally. That's Cove Road. The parcel highlighted is the parcel you just saw on the plat. So clearly, there is not an existing road there now. So I know it can get confusing at times, but there is not a road there now. There's just a documentation on old plat of public rights of way. So to correctly remove it off the deed, the attorney has to approach the city, whereupon we then have to go through the process through OCGA of public advertising. So that's kind of the extent of it. We do have the city attorney as well as the other attorney, Mr. Phil Bettis. If y'all are so desirous of hearing from them to validate what staff has said, or if there's something that I've overlooked or missed, they're more than welcome to chime in. Just for David and Phil's benefit, I do not believe we have any public in the council chambers or the lobby that is desirous of being heard on this matter. So with that, Mr. Chair, if there's anything that Phil or David wants to speak on.
Well, I would just say thank you for both you and the city council reviewing this. It is something that came up. Ms. Hall is the current owner of the property. Her husband passed away a few years ago, and she had attempted to sell the property. And I think you saw in the survey, this showed some interior roadways. So there was a concern by the buyer at that time. Was there any interior access or that might be public access? So we have researched that. I've talked to Phil Landrum. He had researched the title and I think conducted the closing for the adjoining property. I wanted to see if the roadway went anywhere else that might benefit a third party. Our research seems to indicate that it is not used by anyone else. There are trees growing in the roadway, typically what you see with abandoned roadways. This is probably more precautionary than anything. I don't think it's something that was on anybody's books or records, and we're certainly not asking for anybody to maintain it. We're just trying to clear title. We're simultaneously working with the county because there is some question with their right of way as well. And David can probably see that we have some hatched area on a survey that was some question of where the right of way was with the county. And we'll work through that. It's something that's still in process at the moment. We did have someone want to expand the right of way in the county commission meeting, and we'll probably just agree to that. It's a very rugged access along that area, but we'll have to potentially resurvey that area. But I don't think there's any viable roadway that's been used for any length of time. And I appreciate your research and effort, particularly David's support. He's been very, very helpful, and Councilman Proctor as well. So thank you all.
That's it, Mr. Chair.
Okay, can we have the plat back up there again? I just want to make sure everybody knows where this is at. This is before you go across the bridge. You know, if you can make that bigger,
Oh, you want which one you want, this?
that'd be fine right there. Does everybody understand where that's at? So if you're going down the curves, it's certainly straight up the hill, and there's not any road there for sure. Brad, I hope you can see that, you and Paris. But, okay, so with that, it's our business to come before the public, which is here. And so I'm gonna read this statement. Consideration of abandoning and quit claim a certain street and rights of a way described as the total road bed between Cove Road, Lawnview Road, in accordance with the said resolution. So what we're trying to do is make sure that there's no, with this, there will be no road there. This is the first process, as Brandon has said, they go to the council and they have to adopt the same procedure. So with that, we're just gonna make sure there's no street or right of way on that road. Is everybody okay with that? Everybody understand that? Can we vote for that now? All right, with a show of hands, is everybody okay with abandoning the road and the street that will go over there? With a show of hands? Okay, unanimous, and I think everybody on the Paris and Brad did it as well. With that, Brandon, is there anything else we need to say?
We get a motion.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, we need a motion to adopt that we abandon this quit claiming a certain street and rights of way. And so I have a motion first.
I'll make the motion.
Okay. Okay, with that, can we have a vote? I'm sorry. Okay, all right. With that, Brenda, is there anything else you want to say?
Just thank you.
Okay. The only other business I have today, first of all, I want to thank all of our members that are here tonight with their mask on, and I know there's a couple can't be here because of some things, but I really appreciate y'all being out on Thursday night. But I also want to welcome Paris to our committee. I know he was, I think it was last council meeting was sworn in, and Paris, we're looking forward to seeing you soon and being a part of our committee, and hope you're doing well. With that, I'll adjourn unless anybody else has got any business. Okay, then we'll adjourn and look to see you forward in a couple of months or whenever we have our next meeting. But if we don't see anybody, y'all have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk soon. Thank y'all.